he had said, and I quote, "There's need to guide Tibetan Buddhism in adapting to socialist society." He seems to be saying that you practice your faith, but practice it in the way the Chinese government tells you to practice it. That is the crux of the Chinese way of giving freedom to Tibetans to practice Buddhism. Is that not right?
Yeah, it's an oxymoron. It's a contradiction itself, right? You can practice Buddhism, but we will tell you what Buddhism is, right? Socialism is Chinese characteristic, Buddhism is Chinese characteristic, what they call a Sinicization of Buddhism. So they said, you cannot teach Buddhism in Tibetan language, through Tibetan narrative. You must teach Buddhism in Chinese language. Meaning you want to take the national identity out of Buddhism. For example, when we teach Buddhism, what we say is that great translators traveled, journeyed from Tibet to India, to Nalanda and Takshashila and other places. They learned Sanskrit and translated all those great texts into Tibetan and brought back. The struggle, the survival and death, so many challenges. Out of 10 great scholars, great minds who traveled to India, 7 or 8 of them die on the way, right? Because of jungle, famine, mosquito bites, what have you, animals, wild animals kill you, and they just die. Only 2. That's why, in our civilization, the translators, the scholars are our national heroes, not military generals or political leaders, right? So they are called great scholars. So their struggle is part of the narrative of Buddhism. My goodness, look at this great scholar, right? So the kings and the ministers and rich people, they patronize them by giving them silver and gold so that they could travel to India, spend 5-10 years, learn Sanskrit, translate one text, and bring it back to Tibet. And he teaches a great story, very moving, emotionally painful, and lot of sacrifices and great minds. That's our story. Now they say, no, you can't teach all that. Just say Four Noble Truths, compassion, kindness in Chinese language, right? Now Tibetans, to understand Buddhism, you must learn Chinese, right? Now Tibetan masters, they don't speak good Chinese. That means whatever they want to teach, even in Chinese, they won't be able to teach properly. And the Tibetan people, they won't be able to understand properly. So essentially they want to, deconstruct and destroy the very essence of Buddhist teaching. They want to make it a part of a control process. For them it's just a procedure how to control it. You speak in Chinese, you listen in Chinese, you use Chinese texts so that we can understand, so we can control you.
Namaste, Jai Hind. You're watching ANI podcast with Smita Prakash.
अगर हम उसको मस्जिद कहेंगे तो फिर विवाद होगा।
The issue is टूटा है क्या भारत?
400 पार का मतलब ये है कि संविधान खतरे में है।
क्या हम लोग ये निर्देश देते हैं कि फला को गिरफ्तार करके जेल डाल दें?
वही तो कह रहे हैं सब।
ये बेबुनियाद निराधार आरोप।
सच्चा सुनना चाहो देखो स्मिता प्रकाश ANI, it does not lie.